Have you ever wondered why something as simple as your first 60 seconds after waking could predict your health at 90? It sounds unbelievable, but the very first things you do after your eyes open, before coffee, before breakfast, are quietly shaping your future. As someone who spent more than a decade working with older adults, I've seen firsthand how tiny morning choices can either build resilience or slowly chip away at vitality. It's not genetics, expensive supplements, or luck. It's in the quiet moments when no one is watching that longevity is forged. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain to share 7 powerful morning habits that could redefine your health trajectory. And the fourth habit? It takes just 30 seconds, but could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Have you ever stopped to think about what's happening inside your body before you even swing your legs off the bed? If you haven't had water yet, your blood is already thickening. This silent process puts hidden pressure on your heart, your kidneys, and your brain. Leading experts from Harvard Medical School have shown that morning dehydration doesn't just make you feel sluggish. It accelerates aging by a staggering 31%. 31%. Imagine shaving years off your vitality simply because of one overlooked habit. But that's just the beginning. What if missing just 1 glass of water each morning could silently age your brain and heart by 5 years? It's staggering, isn't it? And here's where it gets even more interesting. Beyond hydration, natural sunlight in the first 30 minutes of your day can reset your internal clock, protecting your memory, improving your mood, and even lowering your blood pressure naturally. But how often do we step into artificial indoor light, missing nature's free medicine? The truth is, most people unknowingly skip the essential signals their body is begging for. Skipping gentle movement in those first few moments? You're letting your joints stiffen, inviting inflammation to take hold. Forgetting to breathe deeply? You're missing a chance to tell your body that it's safe, that it's strong, that healing is its default setting. Eating the wrong breakfast? You're fueling silent inflammation instead of renewal. Small habits, repeated daily, don't just add up. They compound. They set off ripple effects in your metabolism, your brain chemistry, and even your cellular repair mechanisms. I have worked with hundreds of individuals between the ages of 60 and 90. Those who thrive into their 80s and 90s, the ones who walk without pain, who still drive, who stay sharp and joyful, almost all share one thing: powerful, intentional mornings. Not perfect days, not flawless diets, but mornings infused with a quiet, almost sacred sense of care. Imagine if you could give yourself that advantage, starting tomorrow. If you're feeling a spark of curiosity right now, a sense that perhaps these little things matter far more than you realized, then stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, we're going to walk through 7 morning habits that are easy to start, free to implement, and profound in their impact. And I want to invite you to do something simple but powerful. If at any moment during this video you feel inspired, if you learn something that makes you rethink your mornings, please hit the like button and subscribe. It tells me that this message is reaching hearts that are ready to live longer, better lives. Also, if you already feel excited to change something tomorrow morning, comment "yes" below so we can cheer you on. Your interaction not only motivates me to create more life-changing content, but also signals to the YouTube algorithm to show this video to others who need it too. Remember, aging doesn't start when you turn 70 or 80. It starts in the small, often invisible moments. The quiet decisions you make when no one is watching. And tomorrow morning could be your first small but powerful victory. So, are you ready to step into a future where you don't just live longer, but live stronger? Let's dive into the very first habit. A ritual so simple, yet so transformative, that I genuinely believe it could change the trajectory of your heart, your brain, and your kidneys. And it starts with something you can do before your feet even touch the floor. Let's begin. Habit 1. Immediate hydration. Drink water as soon as you wake up. Have you ever stopped to think about what's happening inside your body the very moment you wake up? Especially if you haven't had a single sip of water yet? It might seem harmless, but the truth is far more alarming than most people realize. Your blood is thickening, your heart is pumping harder, and your brain is struggling for optimal circulation, all because of silent overnight dehydration. What if missing just 1 glass of water each morning could silently age your brain and heart by 5 years? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? And yet, this is the invisible battle your body faces every single morning. As someone who's spent over a decade working alongside older adults, watching both their struggles and triumphs, I can tell you with certainty, the smallest choices, especially the ones you make in the first few minutes after waking, often determine how gracefully you age. Let's dive into habit 1, immediate hydration, a deceptively simple yet profoundly powerful act. When you sleep, your body naturally loses water through breathing, sweating, and cellular processes. By morning, your internal systems are operating under a subtle but dangerous water deficit. Research from Harvard Medical School reveals that even mild dehydration can cause your blood to become more viscous, forcing your heart to work harder and reducing the amount of oxygen reaching your brain. Over time, this chronic stress compounds, contributing to memory loss, kidney dysfunction, cardiovascular disease, and yes, accelerated aging by up to 31%. Now, imagine beginning your day by immediately correcting this imbalance. Instead of forcing your organs to struggle in a desert-like state, you offer them a fresh surge of life. Water, pure and simple, acts like a morning elixir. It thins your blood, eases the burden on your heart, flushes out overnight toxins, and rehydrates your brain, which, by the way, is 73% water. Allow me to share the story of Mary, a 67-year-old woman I had the privilege of working with a few years ago. Mary was battling constant fatigue, mild memory lapses, and early signs of kidney strain. Her doctors were preparing her for a future filled with medications and invasive treatments. Yet, one tiny shift in her morning routine changed everything. On a nephrologist's recommendation, Mary began drinking 16 ounces of room-temperature water immediately upon waking, before checking her phone, before brushing her teeth, before doing anything else. Within just 60 days, her kidney function improved by an astonishing 28%. Her memory sharpened, her energy returned, and her doctors were stunned. No new medications, no complicated therapies, just water, given to the body when it needed it most. In my years of experience, I've seen countless cases like Mary's. Older adults who once struggled with chronic fatigue, brain fog, and high blood pressure, transformed simply by respecting their body's morning cry for hydration. It's not magic, it's biology, and it's within your power starting tomorrow morning. Here's your simple, actionable plan. Tonight, place a 16-ounce glass or bottle of room-temperature water next to your bed. As soon as you open your eyes tomorrow, before you check your phone, before you even put your feet on the floor, sit up slowly and drink the entire glass. Savor it. Feel it reviving your body, waking up your brain, lubricating your joints, and telling every cell inside you, it's a new day and we're ready. A quick note, room temperature water is preferable to cold. Cold water can shock your system first thing in the morning, causing minor digestive disruption for some sensitive individuals. Your body has just spent hours resting. Greet it gently, not jarringly. You might be thinking, can something so simple really matter that much? The answer is unequivocally yes. The longest-lived, healthiest elders across the world, from Okinawa to Sardinia, instinctively begin their day with water. It's not a trend. It's wisdom passed down through generations, now validated by modern science. If you're feeling inspired right now, take a second and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment water below to commit publicly to making this life-changing habit part of your morning routine. I'd love to see how many of you are choosing to honor your body's silent needs starting tomorrow. Because hydration is not just about quenching thirst. It's about resetting your system for health, vitality, and longevity from the first breath of your day. Now that we've hydrated our body and laid a strong foundation, it's time to move to the next essential ingredient for vibrant aging, harnessing the healing power of natural morning sunlight. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could change not just how you feel today, but how you live for decades to come. Habit 2. Morning light exposure, stepping into nature's medicine. Imagine for a moment that the first few minutes after you wake up are not just about getting dressed or making coffee. They're about syncing your entire body to the natural rhythms of life itself. That's the secret the world's healthiest elders have instinctively honored for centuries. And it starts with a simple, yet profoundly impactful, act, stepping into the morning light. Have you ever considered how much your mornings could be affecting your long-term health without you even realizing it? It's not just a nice idea to catch some sun. It's an essential biological trigger. Missing those first rays of natural light is like starting your engine without oil. Things might run for a while, but hidden damage is being done beneath the surface. The National Institute on Aging has shown that exposure to natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking boosts melatonin production by up to 73%, but not the way you might think. Morning light doesn't put you back to sleep. Instead, it fine-tunes your body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm, which controls everything from your sleep quality at night to your hormone balance, memory performance, and even your immune function. Without this daily calibration, your body's systems begin to drift out of sync, and over time, the consequences pile up: poor sleep, depression, cognitive decline, and accelerated aging. Let me tell you about James, a 70-year-old retired professor who spent years battling insomnia, low energy, and stubborn high blood pressure. Doctors prescribed medication after medication, but nothing brought him lasting relief. Then, his cardiologist suggested something radical in its simplicity. Every morning, within 30 minutes of waking, go outside and sit in the morning light for just 10 minutes. Skeptical but desperate, James agreed. Within just 2 weeks, his sleep deepened, his daytime energy surged, and his blood pressure dropped by 15 points. It was a transformation so profound that even his family noticed he looked years younger. James now calls his morning sunlight ritual his daily reset. In my experience working with seniors, I've seen this magic happen over and over again. Morning sunlight isn't just about mood. It recalibrates your brain chemistry, supports memory consolidation, strengthens your bones through vitamin D activation, and lowers cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. It's nature's most underappreciated medicine, freely available to anyone who steps outside. Here's your action plan. Tomorrow morning, within 30 minutes of waking, step outside for 10 minutes. No phone, no distractions, just you and the gentle embrace of the morning light. If the weather doesn't cooperate or mobility is an issue, sit by a wide-open window where the natural light pours in. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is up to 100 times brighter than typical indoor lighting, and it carries the full spectrum your body craves. And if you live in an area where winters are harsh and sunlight is scarce, consider using a 10,000 lux light therapy box as a supplement. But remember, whenever possible, real sunlight is the gold standard. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you allowed your body to fully greet the new day, aligned with the ancient rhythm of the sun? If you feel inspired to reclaim your mornings and empower your health, go ahead and like this video. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment "sunlight" below to make your commitment public. Sharing your intention not only helps you stay accountable, but encourages others in our community to embrace this simple, powerful habit. Small changes, practiced daily, build a different kind of future. And tomorrow morning, when you step into the light, know that you're not just warming your skin, you're illuminating your entire health span. Now that we've energized our body with hydration and reset our inner clock with natural light, it's time to awaken our physical resilience. Up next, we'll explore how just 5 minutes of gentle movement before breakfast can lubricate your joints, boost your energy, and set you on a path of graceful, powerful aging. Stay with me. Your journey is just beginning. Habit 3. Gentle movement before breakfast. Awaken your body with purpose. Imagine waking up one morning feeling lighter, looser, and stronger, rather than stiff and sluggish. It may sound simple, but the first few minutes after you wake up hold incredible potential for your joints, muscles, and overall vitality. In fact, how you move your body before breakfast could make the difference between aging gracefully and aging painfully. Have you ever woken up feeling like your body was rusted shut? Your knees ache, your back feels tight, and even standing up straight seems like a monumental task. It's easy to blame this on aging, but here's the truth. Much of this stiffness isn't just getting older. It's your body's way of asking for movement, circulation, and attention. Skipping those first crucial minutes of motion is like letting a car sit idle for years. The engine parts begin to corrode and seize. Rheumatologists at Mayo Clinic have found that engaging in gentle morning movement can reduce joint deterioration by as much as 65% in seniors. That's not just a small difference. That's the difference between walking confidently into your 80s and needing a cane or walker. One of the most inspiring examples I can share comes from Susan, a 63-year-old retired schoolteacher. She spent years believing that joint replacement surgery was inevitable. Morning after morning, she struggled just to get out of bed. Her knees felt like creaky hinges on an old door. Doctors told her it was just arthritis and suggested she prepare for surgery within a year. But Susan refused to accept that fate. Working closely with a physical therapist, she adopted a new habit: 7 minutes of gentle, targeted movement immediately after waking up. The routine was simple. She started with slow ankle circles while still lying down, then gently bent her knees and rolled her hips side to side. Once standing, she swayed softly from foot to foot, rotated her shoulders, and slowly raised her arms overhead. No sweating, no pain, no strain, just nurturing her body's natural need to awaken. Within 3 months, something remarkable happened. Her pain diminished, her flexibility improved, and her orthopedic surgeon, astonished at her progress, called off the planned knee surgery. Susan gained not just mobility, but hope. She now says, "Those first few minutes each morning are my secret weapon against aging." In my 10 years working with older adults, I've seen this same story unfold time and time again. Gentle morning movement is not optional. It's an essential ritual that tells your body, you're alive, you matter, and we're in this together. Here's your simple action plan. After hydrating and soaking in some natural light, dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to gentle, mindful movement before breakfast. Start small. Rotate your ankles and wrists. Gently stretch your arms overhead. Do a few slow side bends. If you're feeling stable, take a few steps down your hallway with deliberate, graceful strides. The key isn't to break a sweat or exhaust yourself. The key is to lubricate your joints, awaken your muscles, and stimulate your lymphatic system, the body's natural cleanup crew. Morning movement activates autophagy, a process where your body clears out damaged cells, reducing inflammation and paving the way for regeneration. Think of it like lighting a small fire in your muscles and joints, enough to warm them, not burn them. Just 5 to 10 minutes can ignite a chain reaction of benefits that last the entire day. Better posture, steadier energy, sharper mental clarity, and reduced risk of injury. Now, if you're wondering, is this really worth the effort? Let me be clear. Those who embrace morning movement are not just adding years to their life. They're adding life to their years. Their bodies stay younger, more resilient, and more capable of enjoying the activities they love. If this idea resonates with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're committing to adding just 5 minutes of gentle movement to your mornings starting tomorrow, comment "Move" below. I'd love to celebrate your first step toward a stronger, more vibrant future. Remember, the difference between stiffness and strength, between limitation and liberation, often begins with the first 5 minutes after you wake up. Make them count. Your future self will thank you. Now that we've rehydrated, recharged with sunlight, and awakened our bodies through mindful movement, it's time to address an even deeper layer of resilience: mastering the breath. Up next, we'll unlock the incredible power of a 30-second breathing ritual that can calm your mind, regulate your heart, and set a tone of peace and strength for your entire day. Stay with me. This next habit could be your secret to emotional and physical longevity. Habit 4. 30-second breathing ritual. Reset your nervous system. Some mornings, it's not your body that feels heavy, it's your mind. The weight of the years, the worries about health, family, and the unknowns of aging can settle into your chest before you even set your feet on the floor. But what if I told you that just 30 seconds each morning could change all of that? Can 30 seconds of breathing really protect your heart for decades? Science says yes. Here's how. In the early hours of the day, your nervous system is at its most impressionable. It's like fresh clay, ready to be shaped for better or worse. Without conscious action, stress hormones like cortisol spike, setting a frantic tone for the rest of the day. But with a simple breathing ritual, you can reset everything: your heart rate, your blood pressure, your emotional resilience. Researchers studying the world's longest-lived communities, like the vibrant elders of Okinawa and Sardinia, found a common thread: deliberate, rhythmic morning breathing. Dr. Michael Evans, a renowned longevity researcher, explains that this single practice slashes cellular stress by up to 48%. Activating the vagus nerve, the body's rest and repair highway. Through slow, intentional breathing sends a message to every organ: you are safe, You can heal. Let me introduce you to Eileen, a 72-year-old woman who transformed her mornings and her health through the power of breath. For years, she carried silent anxiety. Her sleep was shallow, her blood pressure crept upward, and joy felt just out of reach. No medication truly helped. Then, her daughter taught her the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Skeptical but willing, Eileen began dedicating 30 seconds each morning to this ritual. Inhale through her nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly through her mouth for 8 seconds, making a soft whooshing sound. Within a month, Eileen's transformation was undeniable. Her sleep deepened. Her blood pressure dropped. Her doctor was stunned by her improved heart rate variability, a powerful indicator of cardiovascular health. But even more importantly, Eileen felt something she hadn't felt in years: calm. In my decade of experience, I've seen firsthand how breathwork becomes a gateway not just to better health, but to a better life. It's free, it's powerful, and it begins with a simple commitment to your own well-being. Here's your action plan. Tomorrow morning, before your feet touch the ground, take 30 seconds to breathe intentionally. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale fully through your mouth for 8 seconds. Repeat this cycle 3 or 4 times. Let each breath feel like a quiet gift to yourself. As you breathe, imagine sending healing oxygen to every cell in your body. Visualize your heart calming, your mind clearing, your muscles relaxing. Feel the shift from tension to tranquility. It doesn't take effort, only intention. You might be surprised how this tiny ritual ripples into your entire day. Studies show that intentional breath work not only lowers blood pressure and inflammation, but also enhances emotional stability, sharpens mental clarity, and supports immune function. If you're feeling inspired to claim your 30 seconds of power each morning, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're committing to starting this breathing ritual tomorrow, comment "breathe" below. Your commitment might just inspire someone else to take that same healing breath. Because every day, you have a choice: to wake up rushed, stressed, and reactive, or to wake up grounded, resilient, and ready to thrive. Now that we've hydrated, embraced the morning sun, moved our bodies, and reset our nervous system, it's time to nourish ourselves from within. Up next, we'll unlock the secrets of a breakfast that doesn't just fill you, it fuels your future. Stay with me, your journey to a stronger, longer life is just getting started. Habit 5. Protein and fiber-rich breakfast. Fuel your day, protect your future. Could your morning meal be quietly undermining your dreams of a long, healthy life? It's a sobering thought, but for many people, the answer is yes. What you choose to eat, or not eat, in the first meal of the day can either ignite a cascade of healing throughout your body or quietly fuel the fires of inflammation and disease. Most traditional breakfasts, especially in modern Western culture, are loaded with refined carbohydrates and sugars. Toast, cereal, pastries, and sweetened coffee drinks may provide quick energy, but they spike insulin, trigger silent inflammation, and leave your body craving more within hours. Over time, these patterns contribute to weight gain, metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular disease, and even cognitive decline. But there's a better way. Nutritional gerontologists, experts who study how nutrition impacts aging, have discovered something powerful. A breakfast rich in high-quality protein and fiber can slash inflammatory markers by as much as 53%. That's not just about feeling full longer. It's about fundamentally changing how your body ages from the inside out. Dr. Valerie Thompson, a pioneer in longevity nutrition, explains it best. The first meal of the day is like setting the thermostat for your entire metabolic house. A protein and fiber-rich breakfast stabilizes blood sugar, balances hormones, reduces inflammatory signals, and supports cellular repair. Let me share the story of Robert, a 63-year-old grandfather who once faced a dire prediction. Diagnosed with prediabetes and rising cholesterol levels, Robert's doctor warned him he would likely need multiple medications within 2 years. Determined to change course, Robert made a seemingly small decision to radically transform his breakfast. Gone were the days of quick toast and sugary coffee. Instead, his mornings became a celebration of nourishment. He swapped processed carbs for Greek yogurt topped with chia seeds and berries, a boiled egg or two, a handful of nuts, and sometimes a small serving of oats with cinnamon. Within 6 months, Robert's transformation was undeniable. His blood sugar normalized. His cholesterol improved. His waistline shrank. And most importantly, his energy returned. "Changing my breakfast changed my life," Robert said with a smile. "You have the same power within your hands. or more accurately, on your plate. Here's your simple action plan. Tomorrow morning, aim for a breakfast that includes at least 25 grams of high-quality protein and 8 grams of fiber. Think eggs, plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, a protein smoothie with spinach and chia seeds, or even a savory tofu scramble if you prefer plant-based options. Add fiber with berries, nuts, seeds, or leafy greens. The goal is to stabilize your blood sugar and provide steady, healing energy for hours to come. And one important tip, try to avoid refined carbohydrates first thing in the morning. Foods like white bread, sugary cereals, pastries, and sweetened lattes set you up for a roller coaster of blood sugar highs and crashes. Instead, anchor your body with real, whole foods that heal rather than harm. You might be amazed at how quickly you feel the difference. Within days, you may notice improved focus, steadier moods, less mid-morning hunger, and even better sleep at night. Over weeks and months, the deeper healing begins, reduced inflammation, better metabolic markers, and the quiet building of a stronger, more resilient you. If this resonates with you, if you're ready to nourish yourself like someone who plans to live vibrantly into their 90s and beyond, take a moment to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment "Fuel" below. Let's celebrate every small decision that builds a healthier future. Because every bite you take is a choice. A vote for the kind of future you want to live in. Choose wisely. Choose life. Now that we've hydrated, soaked up the morning sun, moved our bodies, reset our breath, and fueled ourselves with healing foods, it's time to tap into something even deeper, the profound healing power of human connection. Stay with me. The next habit might just nourish your heart more than any meal ever could. Habit 6. Morning social connection, the power of a simple hello. As we age, it's easy to think that nutrition, exercise, and sleep are the only pillars holding up our health. But there's another element, often overlooked, that may be just as critical: human connection. Imagine starting each morning not with silence or isolation, but with a simple, genuine moment of connection. That one act could protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and even extend your life. Loneliness is not just an emotion, it's a silent epidemic. Studies have shown that chronic social isolation can impact your health as severely as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It's a staggering statistic, and it's even more sobering when you consider that many older adults live alone or far from family. But here's the good news. Just a few minutes of meaningful connection in the morning can shift everything. The groundbreaking 80-year Harvard study of adult development revealed that quality relationships are the strongest predictor of longevity and happiness, even more so than wealth, genetics, or fame. And timing matters. Morning interactions seem to set the tone for the entire day, boosting neurotransmitters like oxytocin and serotonin, which regulate mood, energy, and even immune function. Let me tell you about Darlene, an 81-year-old woman living in a quiet Oregon neighborhood. After her husband passed away, the days grew silent, and her spirit dimmed. Her doctor noticed early signs of depression and heart strain. Then, one morning, a neighbor waved at her through the window and called out, "Coffee on the porch?" That small invitation became a turning point. Each morning, Darlene began spending just 10 minutes outside, greeting neighbors, sipping tea, sharing a few laughs, or even comfortable silences. Within months, her blood pressure stabilized, her appetite returned, and she started to smile again. The science backs up what Darlene lived. Morning social connection strengthens cardiovascular health, improves immune function, and reduces inflammation. And it doesn't have to be complicated. A 3-minute call to a friend, a warm good morning to a neighbor, even a heartfelt chat with the person making your coffee, all send a cascade of positive signals through your body. Here's your simple action plan. Tomorrow morning, intentionally reach out. If you live with someone, start the day with a genuine good morning and a few minutes of real conversation. If you live alone, call a loved one, text a friend, or step outside and greet a neighbor. If none of those are possible, even offering a friendly hello to a passerby can ignite the same beneficial response inside you. And here's something beautiful. Giving kindness multiplies its effects. When you reach out, you're not just healing yourself. You're extending a lifeline to someone else who might be quietly longing for connection, too. If this idea resonates with you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment "Hello" below. Make it your public commitment to weaving small, meaningful connections into your mornings. Because at the end of the day, and at the end of our lives, what matters most isn't just how long we live, but how deeply we are connected while we do. Now that we've rehydrated, soaked in the morning light, moved our bodies, reset our minds with breath, nourished ourselves with healing foods, and rekindled the vital spark of connection, it's time for the final, perhaps most transformative habit. Up next, we'll explore how just 2 minutes of directed gratitude each morning can reshape your brain, heal your heart, and fill your life with purpose and resilience. Stay with me, your most powerful mornings are just beginning. Habit 7. Directed gratitude practice. Rewire your brain for health and joy. Every single morning without fail, the healthiest and most vibrant individuals in their 80s and 90s share a quietly powerful habit: intentional, directed gratitude. Not the vague, fleeting, "I'm grateful for everything" type of thought, but a focused, heartfelt practice that changes the very chemistry of their brain and body. Groundbreaking research from Yale University has unveiled something extraordinary. A daily gratitude practice doesn't just lift your spirits, it physically reshapes the aging brain. Scientists have observed that when older adults commit to specific, intentional gratitude each morning, their prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making, emotional regulation, and resilience, lights up with renewed activity, resembling the brain patterns of people decades younger. And here's the most astonishing part: timing matters. Practicing gratitude within the first hour of waking magnifies its effects. That early window, when your brain is most malleable and your emotions are raw, acts like fertile soil ready to grow seeds of strength, hope, and healing. Let me share the story of Linda, a 69-year-old woman who transformed her health not with medication, but with mindset. After years battling stubborn hypertension and low heart rate variability, Linda stumbled upon the science of gratitude. Skeptical but determined, she began every morning with a 2-minute ritual, placing her hand over her heart, closing her eyes, and naming 3 parts of her body she was deeply grateful for. Some mornings, it was her eyes for seeing her grandchildren's smiles. Other mornings, her legs for carrying her through neighborhood walks. Sometimes, it was simply her breath, steady and faithful. Within 3 months, Linda's blood pressure stabilized, her HRV soared, and most importantly, she felt a lightness and joy she hadn't known in decades. Her cardiologist was amazed, and it all started with a simple shift in morning focus. In my own work with seniors over the past 10 years, I've seen over and over how this practice creates emotional resilience, lowers cortisol, strengthens the immune system, and even improves sleep and digestion. Gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a physiological tool for healing. Here's your simple action plan. Tomorrow morning, after you complete your breathing ritual, place your hand gently over your heart. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath. Then, specifically thank 3 parts of your body. Not vaguely. Specifically. Thank your hands for writing letters to loved ones. Thank your heart for beating faithfully through every joy and sorrow. Thank your voice for speaking words of kindness. By directing gratitude toward your body, you send powerful neurological signals that promote healing, regeneration, and peace. It's like giving your body a standing ovation for all the silent miracles it performs daily. And if you think this sounds too simple to matter, remember, simplicity is often where the deepest magic lies. In a world that pulls your attention to problems, pain, and fear, choosing to focus intentionally on gratitude each morning is a radical, revolutionary act of self-care. If you feel inspired to reclaim your mornings and nurture your spirit, take a moment to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment gratitude below. Sharing your commitment might just ignite a ripple of positivity wider than you can imagine. Because the truth is, aging isn't just about the body. It's about the spirit you carry. And gratitude is the light that keeps that spirit vibrant, resilient, and beautifully alive. Now that we've walked through these 7 transformative habits: hydration, sunlight, movement, breath, nutrition, connection, and gratitude, you have in your hands a blueprint for mornings that don't just extend your years, but expand the joy within them. The choice is yours. Tomorrow morning, your journey toward a stronger, more radiant life continues. And it all begins with one small, intentional act. Take a moment and breathe this in. You now hold the blueprint to mornings that can change not just the next year of your life, but the next decade or more. 7 habits: hydration, sunlight, movement, breath, nourishment, connection, and gratitude, simple on the surface, yet profound in their power to transform. Every morning offers a silent, unseen opportunity, a choice, a whisper from your future self asking, "Will you honor me today?" Most people rush past this window. They stumble into their day reactive, hurried, disconnected. And over time, those mornings add up, not toward vitality, but toward slow erosion of energy, of spirit, of independence. But not you. Not anymore. Today, you made a different decision. You invested the time to learn. You opened your mind to new possibilities. And that single act already sets you apart. Because true change doesn't begin with big leaps. It begins with a shift in awareness, a willingness to see mornings not as mundane routines, but as sacred beginnings. Imagine this. A year from now, you wake up feeling lighter, stronger, more resilient. Your joints move freely. Your mind feels clear. Your heart beats steadily with the quiet confidence of a life well tended. You stand taller. You laugh more freely. You walk into your 70s, 80s, and 90s with a vitality that surprises even yourself. And it all traces back to these small decisions made in the early light of day. As someone who has spent over a decade walking alongside older adults, celebrating their victories, grieving their losses, I can tell you without hesitation, the ones who thrive are not the ones with the perfect genetics, or the fanciest gym memberships, or the strictest diets. They're the ones who honored their mornings, day after day, with love, with patience, with a belief that they were still worthy of tending. And you are worthy, too. Your health is not a lost cause. Your future is not written in stone. Every morning is a blank page, waiting for you to pick up the pen and write a new story. So tomorrow, start simple. Place a glass of water by your bed. Open your window and greet the sun. Move your body with gratitude, breathe with intention, feed yourself nourishing food, reach out to someone with kindness, and thank your amazing body for all that it still does for you. Do it not because you have to. Do it because you deserve a life that feels alive. And please, don't walk this journey alone. If you found value in this video, if even one habit spoke to your heart, take a moment now to like this video. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss future insights that could add years and life to your life. And most importantly, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, share which morning habit you're most excited to start. Tell me about your commitment, your fears, your hopes, your dreams. This community isn't just about information, it's about transformation. When you share your journey, you light the path for others who are searching for their own new beginnings. So, tell me, what will your first new morning look like? Will you greet the day with hydration, or stretch your arms toward the rising sun? Will you breathe deeply, savor a healing breakfast, or pick up the phone to reconnect with someone you miss? Will you whisper a word of thanks to your beating heart, your strong legs, your seeing eyes? Remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about beginning. Choosing one small act of love for yourself each morning and trusting that it matters. Because it does. In the end, longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about living better. It's about waking up each day feeling proud of the life you're building, one sunrise at a time. The sunrise will come tomorrow, whether we notice it or not. But you have the power to notice, to honor it, to let it heal you. So rise, drink, move, breathe, connect, nourish, give thanks. Rise for the life that still waits for you. I'll be here, cheering you on every step of the way.